Deschutes is known for putting out lots of great beers, but also some pretty great brewers, and we actually have one of them here, Larry Sidor. Not with Deschutes anymore, but you have Crux to call your own now.
That's true.
Founder and co-owner.
That's right.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun place to be, I tell you.
Was it scary splitting off?
No, not at all.
Tell us a little about what prompted it.
I'm an old guy. You know, I've been brewing for 40 years. I've worked for a mega brewer, a large brewer. I worked for a small brewer like Deschutes, and now I want to be a really small brewer. So I'm kind of living my career backwards. So it's pretty fun and pretty exciting, and obviously pretty comfortable to work that way.
Yeah.
When you worked at Deschutes, did you have any beers in particular that you really had your thumbprint on?
Oh, sure. Boy, Abyss, Dissident, Chainbreaker, Green Lakes. Yeah, a lot of those beers. Favorite beers of mine.
I gotta ask.
Red Chair.
How do you guys come up with the names?
Oh, that's beyond me. I don't know that either. You know, that's you know, it's kind of a cohesive group that comes together. Some of the beers get named from the bartenders down below here at the pub. You know, just all sorts of different customers have named beers.
Do they get named after they taste them?
Oh boy, it's a long process, and it's painful at times. So sometimes we are actually going to the beer is already made, it's in the tank, we're ready to bottle it, and we don't have a name. A good one was Buzzsaw Brown that we made at Deschutes, a beer that you asked me something that I'm very proud of. That was a fantastic beer, but we absolutely failed in the name and the graphics, so that's why I don't do that type of thing
anymore. And so when you guys were at Deschutes, or when you were at Deschutes, a lot of people have this idea in Bend that there's so many brewers that there must be like this really competitive feel and kind of a not good relationship, but that's not true, is it?
Not true whatsoever. We, you know, in general, whether it's a macro brewer, it's a pub brewer, it's a home brewer, there's great relationship. My door's always open. If somebody needs something, I have a bag of malt, a few pounds of hops, they're theirs. I mean, we trade all the time, and so it's brewing is really a fraternity, and you know, where it gets kind of a little competitive and a little ugly is out in that sales venue. You know, those guys are kind of fighting it out, but brewers are in general are very we get along really well.
Do you remember the first batch you brewed? Of beer?
In
your life.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I was a project brewmaster for Olympia Brewing Company. It was a one-barrel system, and I had these very retentive type Olympia brewmasters watching me, and it was a little tight.
Pressure was on.
The pressure was on.
So for people who want to get into the beer scene and stuff, and maybe someone who's wanting to be a brewer, what's your best advice for them?
Best advice is get a degree in a science of some sort, you know, whether it's chemistry, it's food science, it's chemical engineering, and start brewing beer in your garage. That is by far the best way. When somebody comes in and talks to me and looking for employment, kind of the first question I ask is, how was your first beer? And kind of that's where it goes from there. And if they haven't brewed before, then it's kind of like, well, are you sure this is the right place you want to be? But by and large, the people who come in to talk to me looking for employment, they have brewed in their garage at some point in their life.
And so there's a lot of trial and error in your evolution.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it hard? Is it hard to be a brewmaster?
It takes a certain personality, and you have
What's the key?
The key is perseverance, scientific endeavor. I mean, brewing is somewhere between an art and a science. And if you neglect either side of that, left brain, right brain type thing, you will fail. And so that's the key. Kind of keep those brains kind of both sides working so that you do succeed.
Got it.
Larry, thanks so much for being with us. I know people need to go have a beer with Deschutes to celebrate 25 years, but also just drop by Crux.
Yeah, absolutely, and congratulations to Deschutes. I mean, that's a significant achievement for him. When Gary and his dad started the Deschutes, I don't think they really knew what they were in for, so congratulations to them.
Thank you so much.
Thank
We'll
you.
be right back.